lawyer Charles Owusu Dwana ono lawyer kese edema the cathedral, National Cathedral. Na enei wachonsam akase mienu ena ode afa Ghana ho. Di kan the removal of the Chief Justice. And ye krata wachosi ten so lawyer for any omobro for ne there. Kaso wachura every nitty-gritty of a say wachire mo bia hunu say this is what he wants to mean. The opese wachire eni. Ye gwa kodin komo. Wasa kansam ede afa and the national executive of the national the New Patriotic Party was so many resign and block. You go to the entire workers and seven. Lawyer Charles Owusu Dwana Memoajo and Enyumre. Na boko de. Boko na Joso. Ha. When I saw the krata mienu akase mienu na aba na yeni ho nkomo kakra na yemrade kan wo oka Chief Justice say kwan ye fa so yi no no ewom so mampani agina mra so de na nso awfirisu ase na eba nso mfuturu ho chire ye mu ye wadaroma
Chief Justice that the background krata fa ho de back na me nchechiri mu kra. Chief Justice right at the Constitution of Ghana. Setting up three very important bodies. Body number one, the executive. I know on the chef Nippon in some president and on the Senate. Parliament, so on the parliamentarians, you know, and speaker and some. The parliament, I'm the chamber. The Judiciary also, or the judges before them, and I do the animal, or the Chief Justice in them. The Chief Justice, you know, I was because the executive arm, no, the or she'll be an old proper who this one. Executive arm, no, Judiciary, no, almost I don't make you my mouth. In Japan is almost between the executive arm and the president, you know, any amount for. If you answer not only in the corporate focus. The initial president, so any influence. I will do Chief Justice.
That's why Ojira Mraso, Article 146, you know,
Article 146, you know. Article 146 is so petition. So the Chief Justice I was here through petition. He had the through petition and the command president. The petition now for it is for it soil. The person church the muka crack you. Number one, also dissenting judgment. Also, my no dissenting judgment to be annoying involved. The dissenting judgment is so dissenting you know okay. Say we are four judges to move as an fight. And I'm equal one side. And the other two do equal one side. Two know the dissenting judgment. In the judge, you know, there's always some person who are in our co-enemy. What I say? If there no near a basis of removal of a Chief Justice. Number two, not say, Judge, we are no holding assembly. Judge, you know, or unique or another court. Administrative. Now, the bare minister, judge, you know, when you're emergency, it's not always been to a case, but when you're emergency, it's going down a case in India. As an administrator of the Judiciary, you know, I am in a Juma obligation in the capacity. So, obey you, be who have ever traveled to a case, you know. There are many years, you know. I don't say, I get a basis of a removal from a Chief Justice. The third one, also public fund. No, need to know any about it to pay. I get what it's in the beyond where I brought move to my say. Now, if you be said, child, about the sign of the because card now, you see, or you took a card no kitano. I don't know the chair, I can be me or to be I know the chair. It is of corners or you're not back. They will move their ancestors spending no. No, but theater. Every February public. And no, I have to the gravitas. You can the chief that to die within you know.
Lawyer, when you know, you know, and your man Perina, or Jaidima, a committee of competent, a competent and learned people. Too.
The petition, I mean, my petition is limited to only mature what it means in law.
Yeah.
And what it means in the administration of justice. The court president, Hono, to say that now, you didn't be now. Or decided attorney general man opinion. It was true opinion of who's I don't know more can I said again or then to a bank a council of state crime. And the president do way to call council of state. Number seven, this is a question. Council of state appoint president on one there.
President their appointment.
Council of state to call you know. So for your cook, I don't member of council or your judge or your former chief justice. Also the gravity of the charges normally abandoned and maintain a threshold of a charges structure go to the extent of removing the chief justice. It was to know from it. I know we are not of course, I mean, you set up a committee. Not president set up a committee. Committee president said, no. You see, the president only wants to be a car. Only wants to be a car. When I'm going to you know, so maybe you know, and the president come there. And go start at the end of the movie. Not at the end and know the level, not how to go through. Now, a political decision.
I see.
It's a more of a political decision than a legal decision because the behavior of a judge it is not permitted in a public life.
So, with all these things, you know, with all these things, you know, what's the implication going forward? Now the independence of the judiciary has been watered down very bad. Tell me, my colleague BB, and I'm nearby me, not yet a better. Not the you that the judiciary. And I compromise. What do you think will happen? Robert Regina Kakramami.
It is a basis for removal.
Okay.
Okay. That is almost Supreme Court in a
I see. I see.
And you know, me as the way forward, they say, I did
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello, Trigger.
Hello, la.
Yeah, me too.
Mami too, yeah.
Me tell what you amend 146, you know. Now, the power to remove the chief justice from the president. Even
now, you
have another body.
Okay.
Another independent body. One more better so it's not by appointment of the president, but coming forward by their almost status.
I see.
And now I say, let's get to the majority. Another referendum. Maybe at the manner is very difficult to remove a chief justice on such excuses. You understand the thing here. I don't know if you anybody. I've been trying to use your power back.
I'm refer Article 146 and that's what Famra points so. Yatia say. 2. No man refer say ne say President Akufo-Addo nso yi electoral commission.
Yeah.
No bisa ho say e bia nipa na woka no wonim ne awoka. On what basis? Ana wotumi compare electoral commissioner a constitutional body. Ede compare arm of government. You can't arm of government and you no be better will be government and now but yasheshe president no speaker chief justice na the fine will be in kase na and na nye but would you be penso kra onko tie tapes ni bi the friend is saying electoral commissioner at the time okay would the adwuma wa wo mache tapes are who do a babontin including the deputies and some ones are commissioners and they be omoya nson utie tapes ni bia na until we compare enye. But o question is important for me. Implication.
Yeah.
And back one, ka lawyer eboso. And ujian sha won dwen ko yetu ye kan investors ni ye kan say amanfo nkohwe Ghana ye legal systems and reporting kohwe contract law kohwe commercial law kohwe international trade na kohwe cases ahodo na obehu say die ye between Ghanaian companies and international companies international investors ni ade ye one way ye beba so said na doc e kan omoshe peace na peace no be sha we legal system or man legal system kodi we free mu enye ye enti wo man president betimi asori obi be chro petition na bedru ba bi kra ye petition o kan ya hunhu ni tin hu ni nan na echna na obehwe committee members no na
eminent members of the society. Justice of the Supreme Court.
Okay,
Matthias.
Yanko se krum ha no bia na obi ti neighbor community obi na obi kwa sorry obi na obi kwa mosque obi na obi kwa school enti obi ni mo bia enti na ebe ya na kwete sa akokọ sache anya akromafe na in the end no yebeka se ye chief justice for me maame no menhia ne da said na dog ka no emre woni mre ni nanim kra after all ni pasa bi se obi afrim enti won frim na wo nkwa na wosi we but ye hwe no Ghana na ye hwe floodgate a ye bie ato the sana ye twa to ho no se 3 arms of government. Now, we say a certain temper. The 6th to the 7th of January, and in your president for the first time, all Trababo and say, well, nominate will be say, I'm fanning yet Speaker of Parliament. I'm for Adriankoso. It was wrong. Arm of government, Speaker. You say discussions and behind the scenes. But to come out officially, no.
I'm saying in your office. I'm saying your command party must say they should consider it. That's the explanation.
Yanko kind. And serve 3 arms of government. I think a lawyer, Emma, nice recommendation. Yansha kwanya. You be fast going forward, you know. Me jiri say for me, make us say as of mine judiciary, and then I make no. Okay, say a koba hey o man ye din omna yesu
ekwakochomo by ombe reforms for honum because Matthew a lot of officials from the reform honma emphasize nyama no
embiem
yes
unim said an American judiciary no oko country to say a friend of Rwanda ukodru Rwanda on 1994 near maybe cause a friend sometime in April and I say who I otahi movie near can say hotel the Rwanda no ashibi on yataka genocide the Hutus and the Tutsis na 100 days omudi kun wo mo ho twitwa wo ho ase kan ewie ye no omuwie not the court system the judiciary no in Rwanda no where they tell you super say na it was in shambles
atetia pansam
ke wo de otia konwoma amemre o na atetia pansam na wonim ekoye dia koye say omompa akwanya bi a afi ensam a akoso no omubedi enti omu use omu local system be frɛ no gachacha enti se manso patase ani ahwe chief imam a wo ho na yahwe ebia professor smart or academia na yahwe roman sofo anasa menka asori penim bi owo ho ye pe dignitaries no mo de omo form various a year na for mo di asem of Rwanda me see a court system we ni etutu ka wonsem a na wutwachi a it is all you want say me NDC
democracy etigua judicial friends saying the legislature tigu friends saying executive tigua the only thing that stands tall judiciary
lawyer Bill JBU constitutional law lecturer ewo Ken USC me yonko pa me chia happy birthday so and oni ni di nkomo a obemu hu and ewo ho records no ho we dey em dey say prof aba ebetimi bisa say ye ka say ye tu aban agu a nti ye say ya suspend the constitution but the hona na omo eye bibi e fe no proclamation ade ba ko edi kan omo sustain judiciary court system no I didn't know that. As I was too passionate, say, hey, your court to send me there, Sabi, your court to send me there. Ke ejigua omuni ni eda omuni mu. Enti hard dream. Baby I say ya man ya copy no.
What do you make of statements about Bontain? There's a resetting agenda. Oma Benina Kase, the judiciary need to be reset. So people say it's one of the steps, and I said this some of the stepper or the resetting. Obekaya before Mampeni Ebeba. Now the members of the Supreme Court, no oka say a dorsum. Obaye or the 7 abeka ho.
Within 8 months or 7 months.
Or the 7 ababeka ho. Now or say there's the need to reset because or a resetting agenda based on him. So what do you see wrong if the president sees certain things that are enquiry? So let me reset the judiciary.
Number one, or can free ukushia NDC lawyers. And or share or more boy or encourage you so monyere omo. Na oba or also be making sure say obema or makwenya no balance the bench no. And yes sir. Yes assembly sina woni hu adanse a utwa asem na bi utwa bi na de ya dance ana BBC obisa say na no enti said the all can asem no ye ni history baby a free a eba enti anyame nwanwa bebre I say sometimes ya na meta aka ma say me say the word disappointment ke na ni wi ase when expectation is not met enti dey bia nipa wo na expectation always we disappointed
but appointment is disappointed
you are enti me na bia minim wo hwe usua political history now follow near course no ne nsem na there's always this. Give the dog a bad name so you can hang it. It is a bind so obey you, president so obey you, obi so be petition, and what the maha. So be or person ye be we ase. Dear friend justification.
But you are justified.
They don't want to justify. Na ke win him. Ye be as a man for kika. Say any free haidie eno kra omo kan da free chief justice so na e call
easy
boss so ke odi mamen kan we enya me wanwa me amete and clearly e bi kra ka say target na nkasa no na nye chief justice but to get to easy because unti chrome have your constitution no hyehyeye no unti mi nyi easy without chief justice. Now I can say, because petition ni ba, ho be pass ya mind ye prima facie no, chief justice no na e be establish. Nti o kasa asem ni wa no case and no case. Nti akwa to say okay say yi si na target there, eni agi say o clear ha, asan wakwa ha. Nti make say eyes are watching. Ye ni ye hwe, but for me, say china ye say electoral commissioner enkwa. You say the same way about the NDC and PP, but at the end of the day, no, we say conformity or secret boy or Timubi, but me no say one about be easy, one about be easy. Records now no, I mean easy.
Okay,
say so some for preempting, but records now honor minimum no. When I appointed Dr. Farijan and yet Rollins and NDC. 2000 about to anane 2004 year 2008 2012 Miss Charlotte say when appointed no mama 2016 dey see Miss Jane Mensa when appointed no Nanado NPP 2024 dey see me say the electoral system we Ghana ha no e wo Ghana has see no say the ahye niema see no opa fa o ma me o papa
begina ho some easy boss
Ghana for say umre na so na
yempewa we dey ya
enti for me dey ya me easy hwan you your court system na ya ma kwanya abedru stage we no you hope say you bet me bring
right
some closure. Dear friend, closure. They say the SCBR.
But do you see closure in sight? That is the question. Do you see that closure in sight? Because the sympathizers of the MPP, obviously, as you are will show you where power lies. Because when I'm to me and I'm way, the old beer and baby as you know.
I say once Ghana politics na koye dog eat dog. Records no o kipi or bar so enti wonya kra o supporters. Me the akoso for me we President Mahama betwam fie 9. Wetwam ibosumi nsia abroko afe. Obosum nkrum. Edie na nka wogie. But meka say toda ya na ebia supporters no.
And they push
you. Baby, omu be pushi wakono. Ubeye ni mebi. Enti for me, NPP say NPP bebe biem se wo mabiem se hwan na beba se beye den. Yenso ye beye we, yenso ye beye we nso bo beye we no. Menya nka closure beba but ebi management and leaders no krom benya nkomba nkomo nye. Ba supporter
pressure free baby beba no.
Ye bibi onse niam we on. Obi nim Chief Justice obi nim no bi nhia ne da. Ba asam no ebetimi aye ne yama. Se na aban bana na aban anye bi entia. Aban fofora watwam kona. Ahwe abakro beka so want to be ma. Sa aban ne bi.
Me hwe national priorities anka if not to the politician. Anka whether mame no obekoso aye Chief Justice so be free so anka nka Ghana for hia de no. So te ase se mra ye mra na se mra ye adwuma court no kra emu ahe ne ko maame ne ho na maame no yi judge man be di asem but at the high court level ni ade de ye wo judges are omo ho no mo a omo ye station the circuit court one judges when in terms of appeal court ni safo na bi omo shadow judges are sometimes Supreme Court for ni bi kra kokoboa appeals court ni adi enti anka yeni asemu ankasa anka ndie anka it's on the surface of the case the merit of the case near the asem enti so my bekoso na my nkoso Chief Justice pride anka priority list no so enti say in the question was Savannah me sure say beka ho asem now for the first time in a very recent history since old history na eba ho ne yenimu Ghana for kokoye refugees obi maso ne yenimu so we have lost the security national security fight in the last 8 months President Mama ba amemu mi wa anka national or my dear anka security na key into mampani efro commander in chief
of the armed
forces so the anka intelligence ne security the anka wudi mu ade. That for me is a priority more than Chief Justice so better na so on na ho. Case bi ani ho no mo ene. Say menua panime of Amadu Sule neba. Say menua Amadu Sule neba be Chief Justice and nani ochna. Menye sure say case bi ho no mo ye so bad. Na so politics inti. Obeda na ni say e good. To go against on any professional ethics. And ni ntamu a waka say obedi atentre ne without fear or favor then I
onsuro bibia
hwe ni mu fa ni asem. I am sure say Amadou Sule would stick to Nave House the professional ethics. Say openi ba football ni so na eto aso say dan you one dem matter so on to aso matter so be for neighbor but so no aso na eto aso kra. I am not sure say e ba no say you administer justice ye ni asem e wo mamu a sebe politics woni mu say kra or the no beto in fact sem be one ma politics kra twitwaje we nye ye who ni case so and
then fa
e ja sem we de be ho kakra bi na bia wo judge bia or you politically inclined to you or bepe reasons we dey asem no dey amount na say fa kai elections 2022 of a call court na NPP for case pa but even that it came 5-4 so was any because we case no say na ye pass the kra no and satisfy the full. Can you imagine a simple question be say based on discrepancies in no should the people's vote be annulled? Sankrofo akosala we wiema to aba nyina achi nti ni ayekaka wa ha nti no yentunwa na so who and when they say the spirit and the latter be chief atuguba te adwom sa court case no they were not looking at niana yeka hey adis na kaso na chachua kaso no what they brought and na de asundwe bebo manimu at that time if our case in the tonchain, they will weigh the case.
The interest of
the nation.
Yeah.
Hey, o charge a tuguba so your politician ye. O charge that the bar so ye. O man no court no they administer justice. Me nyesho say nuntino nanka say MPP aban ba. O say and na wudi asem we ti aminti no mapekwa bisu mayu. O te banana sesen. Enti me mom de Pansa yes, me na meti here pan ye bisa say priorities as of mine. I can make say security na yamana break it down. Should be a priority than Chief Justice or Tiwa Odinasem. Right. But unfortunately, political choices. Ye de nyakodi Chief Justice echi. Ebye ne di akweti echi. Menka say nyo. But police for wa akweti ano. Nan to kwesi won kran so tuo mankrofo tutututu komo wo keke
so tuo mo ntima so
komo wo keke festival fashion keke ayen konkodi and it looks like the police intelligence was in Akwetia and making sure say panye kran to from Akwetia omonte at the expense of the other parts of the country. What country is this? O ma be na echichirin sa
Domo pake ko ho be a week before.
Yeah. Police management team. Yehu what TV so na police management team.
5,500 police forces.
Aside the 5,500 IGP say all ban on any management team nearby as in police management board no. But to show the seriousness near you
the whole police hierarchy has been carried
at that same time. A festival that was well planned as a hints be security threats and as a police for that from no it escaped all of them. Nipa 5 as a 8 in a one crime. Just festival. Until me moment the politics from the possible choices that people must make in governing a country. The sad choices in the Dinwa must see whilst Minya Jakpa prioritize the night entry and breaking into people's homes. Now nipa 300 and 400 ewu boku ni binduri yaso wo hon manam nkofobia abawure ko ni di ja tututututu bebre mu na ni nyina ahye NDC oti regional adibi I will get the organizers bibi e question fie she ni na wo fie nim here in this republic. So the security no mum de make so aka his excellency say or ye the head a commander in chief of the armed forces no na ye o man ni nyina security head that will be free about beto ahye so a o mo share and that should tell him say o mo prioritize security. Sisi am sure say petition call for EC.
Edi na bona Amadu Tanko nya Amadu Sule.
Amadu Tanko sorry Tanko mo fa
Kofia pia na atani abranti. That's it.
Amadu Tanko his lordship Amadu Tanko. Enti no mesre say security no me say my point is that political decisions no enye ni nyina na ebu ama oman chechireye. Mobile political decision krema munyimani free or mine nankasa ye de ahye monsase monchechire no because what is the state of this country today na me hwe security the state of the country keo e fano security ahoban bo ho nsem a senior edafom obi obeka no kura kire ne obia no edafom say team atofom na ntofom a sebe anka ene Ghana fo akoye ananafo ewo enkrofo amanso ebi currency da nanye ye ne eje Sierra Leone fo ebetena ai ye ne eje refugees
Liberia fo
ye ne eje Liberia fo ye ne eje refugees ya ba ne say na afide ye ne akodan refugees it's a signal. Global Peace Index say Ghana ya somdwe no tiba form we are not at peace here in Ghana. Omo cite cases no a omo cite oti omo cite boko omo cite recent savannah minim sa ba ne ba ye nche enti na memo bobo ne ma bi so no. For example asem ne si wo no binyiri no savannah no ewufu ewu ye first 17 no the first place omo call ye bole Bole ntimi anye omo mortuary because they say Bole's mortuary. Joy News for the documentary ni by. Bole's mortuary. Bole ne mortuary wo ho hospital ho I served for the past 6 months. Emo ntimi fix say ntimi nyifunu e wo Bole mortuary. Ye transfer mu nyina de omuko Damongo so yase gbin yiri for say amamro say dey bi ntino mu de she na Damongo. Into like basa intino whilst we are there choosing and picking what is our political interest, na mortuary I say wo Bole the president's own town for 6 months continuous into montimi anye debris na nipa bodies na if we say ban yeah let's choose our things right. Okay, when you make any say ma me dey in the oko the energy, the attention we spent on ma me no Emma, you lose sight on your security so mine. Emma, dance di egu yanim sisi and the sin enya de papa wo. Enya de papa. Se bokunti menyo. Na savannah crowd the dabeno so mbeka asa akoko. We don't have that history. Inti yesi just over a piece of land as asibi hu nti no. Enehwe omadan eyi did that. Yesi over 50,000 as 48,000. And they displaced. And they moved 13,000 as a day, as 1,000 as 13,000 mubako. Akwakoye adi. Now share documentary na TV3 for you, mama share na. Na manisha te. Mama phone mane wom say. Anaju biya meme be free somewhere babe to momona. Ghana for. Free somewhere munimbe free ba yeah. Sexual abuses and na ekoso ayiho. Yeah, what am I saying? Ubi say I'm my Chief Justice. So question.
Yeah, but
the answer me the man. Oh yeah, sending the topic. Me answer me the man. Say, I'm your choices. And then you go so a choose priorities. Police for elections and kwa and tamale. A friend is saying primary snare course no. They gave all the security attention to it and I Jojo Boko. Emma Prof said, I congratulate you big time. When you're here, then I say, one of your feet is already in parliament. Congrats, my boss. And I could be some Musano. There are other security things I urge and some. Yes, my many they were really dear or call. Media Meka Chairman now on the 11th of September, she's celebrating her 63rd birthday. Happy birthday in advance. Sabi Fridu Ahuna.
Every CBC
as I'm serious man now, yeah, this all fun is say one of those things. Sabi oh the all fun is near man asem near yakra na say for her over 30 years I was some said judge ni Ghana has no or coffee with Sapai or coffee with Sapai. But a political decision seriously. Then I'm saying a political decision. Politicians preempted. Politicians they can't share home come as an ebem 2 year day a political decision. Acquires a police for ya or muko transfer that day. And service for ya fire service prisons for muko transfer that day. But you have politicians say what's our commander way?
Be you free.
Oh, the bonfire near a 2 free. A banner son as a commander con your 2 baby free. You think so? Be fine saying the ordinary transfers now. No one say police will be a con transfer that no. And now quite a Juma Sebio politician be. I won't call police training that. That is what makes it so bitter. Politician no be a politician pe. All of a sudden no. Ebimpo onko school crown ko do eche baby o otimito lawyer for. One lawyer, ultimately doctor for one doctor. I don't know whether politics is PhD. It's politics PhD. Now PhD crowd be in the area because you are the PhD. But the chief executive all of a sudden is a medical expert or a legal expert or you say minimum you just say mombre mo ase nshire ebinom so ase na be politician penia. When you instruct the police to do being so an professional teaching nature say in such instances me be one koye politician dey no kana ehwawo
when your problem
me bedu ya me ya transfer and so transfer be anka normal map the police service and so what home come na abem ye police from enye ye entinka mami obi anka hwe and a petition because in the court process anymore. And no problem. Send your president for the time petition call ya na obian ko threaten and carry no. But when you threaten now send the petition na successful send ya be ya we politics fimeni. But more yes idea no me conclusion ne say moma mani nko amamu na nkasa ho. Na mamu number 1 o de kwan be ko baby be see hospital baby. Na sumdwe ni o mani mu na mu ye tukotenafo wo Burkina Sabina onye nambia.
All right. Thank you very much. Yanko the displaced Ghanaians who are now refugees. Ebi wo Cote d'Ivoire, ebi wo Burkina Faso. Ebi so refugees from their own region to other regions. Ebi ababono. Dr. Kosiche, my mission is very na yehwe ho.
Me did say asem there a friend say the president should be held responsible. They are question nyina ono na waso musonimu.
They here.
Ayi atutu ne nipa wuwo ne ade nyina ono na wase esonimu.
Sesenti.
Wase holding responsible. Na dey na Kenya no.
So which na wa
ono na ye o mampanyin a ye de bibia hye ne nsa. It is on crop otu kwa one e mefre no. Waya? Oh, because we nwene Ghana for ne ho a ya na mo ka se bia me ka bibi keke o. President no won fa obia ho. Mu nyina mbe wu kro on fa ho.
Sabum.
Oh yes.
Na what the wine so.
From me ana make on fa ho. Ono de onyan ni poster wa benya wodi no. Wa benya ni president de baby. What next? Odi ni president mo pa mu nyina mu. O wo bole na wo ade na fa no. On fa ho. On fa ho.
For going to
what na mo ben what you want
for alcohol no.
Ano aye dey.
Say omonti committee they should investigate whatever is going on.
For for post for no ko na aye dey. Tama na post for 5,000 na mu ayi na ntokwa ni si ho. Say post for say na ko. After no the post for no ko. After say dey na say ya wi. The mama is held responsible. And I believe ya me lawyer amounted to ya no ka was say no more that could non abet. What I say. No more that could non abet. He who has not cannot give what he has not. Papa no ni prime. Enti de be ko bia no no machire. Ona musa atiso. Ogbo anu afa. Te say de wa yi anoma o was anoma no go bebre. Na wo ye kawo. Was wo nyina tutu. O moduru so anaba ko busa say na e dey na de etu ye. I think of when tutu na etu bi. Because onye serious on nkrofo. No kwani nyame anim. Wo hwe se de nipa no ewuo. Na nipa bia ye tukotrane ade na to the sense say omo kogu police station ho I request say munya bibi kakra kra no a mu me bibi kakra ne ni ade no satam no na president wa lodu 40 tons of cocoa or they call Palestine na wa ukrom fo kom de wo mu ama wo hwem amefo ye tete police station won ade wo si aduane kra nya bi ni yes Ghana for say mu maye mwa Ume kakre bedie. Police was saying na moko boba amoma bo ho bai. Police ni not won ko no odwane. Hope baby afa. What I say? As for the 40 tons. 40 tons of cocoa products or the call Palestine. Send here they not. Seven name or not. Amo bag is en ko. Oh. Et ni pan priorities no o mu ni bi. Enu akwaso penkaso akwa set. No priorities. Nanya sempa ne enka hweta ma ayi boku de ba yi yesi ya record almost about 300 people dead. Nobody cares and for bia ho and fan ho 1 minute nipa be 300 ewu hwe wo mu wo ayi e friend say ekro de say nanto ayi how de say solane takum ni ade hwe nipa dodo a ewu wo mu na hwe other places some place come say be 9 people be so free mu. I mean, Uje, man, ain't serious. Because as some will say, I was what Mika. Nakasamo Babkwana sent to call yesi. Who cried the opportunity be a. You know, I say what causes I him free do my concry. For him putting in an from concry. Who do more bank and I've been bay for more contra pediase. Pediase, come. My him for now holding in our munchu muaseno. Momo say 2 days or and woman casa. Now the debut house the committee was already there we are say what is soldier atade na age salute one cry sani age no what say what to question that before there na dia ko gina soldier for base no age salute na as a commander in chief no ye di wadam and say ye di opale grounds ko what is your call what is what tuni na dia see not ho anaso ono ane krom bole kura wakọ akọhwe se empanyimfo SSS what me so akọ onko because those were guilty boku de won say ayaga your friend say na friend no
mahama ayaga
ama won say friend no pacho say me I don't know be politics nti na de mo obi anka ho asem ye beka na akọfa politics ne bae ti sa na beka akọ wiewie enti media no kura ne nyame anim o mo make sure say ade bia wo mo be ya masumdwe na ba no anu na wose ye ne make sure say peace na ba na peace ne so e ba no anya say we think na we to nkra committee no na tia committee na no o mo ko tra ho kura obi anyi wo mu ni enti wana beti obi asem obi anyi wo mu ni enti wan pa ne be ko tie say mama ate committee nti no ye ko tie committee no ne ya jade e ka ekofo no odanu ayi omu kasa die we ni ade we ni ade we ana de ntokwana ba enti ade we ni ade we ni ade we na de ntokwana ba ade ma de na wo say we as president just say he doesn't seem to care no kwani nyame ni because me hwe sa so tu mu de yesi yi me hwe ayi Northern region the ECC any other places any and oh say ade ba ko a wo no ne say any pano and any pano ni Roma police and security no and the any pano pebia no ye na me hwe yi bi say atonto krom say soldier fo bi ekọ na nantia de ties akogu kwam ya mamu ma soldier ni bebo ban na yetimi ko so ni mo first time Western region ya hold soldier ni no adana wo ba wan kanche obi ni soldier to hwe obo ase dey ni soldier to na tuosen soldier ni to me say the only country obetimi ho sa de no only country so soldier ni no kutatu o se meji because me pre hey we try kona ya baby Togo ho ne Nigeria ho try ho baby eti no soldier for ni police for Ghana me bo mabaso o makoma no eye me bo mabaso papa because so what say no ya kwa no so soldier ni no retaliate ya ka story ni be different no mu ko ho na nkrofo no kra wo ma anya hwe ni akobo mu tuo no mu yes but you can see in the video say o ko ji tuo na fi so soldier for me ensa hey enti sa ne be no o mayim ye betimi am nkrofo bi pa wo bi say na de ye nsuo kra say BBC enti masre japa o town onko boko onko boko onko so problem ni maye anu ne friend national security onko e friend say sola tuna onko solve problem no onko ayi ankra wa kra de say no be ho so twom anu na ye homo no na di so twom
no akwatia
no akwatia de
ya o ti wa ye de 5,200 policemen 500 when is say escalate me see complete hospital o be pato o mo when obi a obetimi a quantify move na o de atwe cars no ni sa police for ekogu ho police for ekogu ammo cars police for ekogu mo ko dey enkuta tio tonton kro bi enkuta bi tamo mo ne pai friend say masawudu yi police ni ba ko bi so ni muto ne kone o so ni muto no kra akogu ba bi ni azoka akola yo ne nam up to police ne kone kuta bibia ni aso mu nyina kogu asa mo ko kire mu uniform say yes a black 5,200 5,500 wabra boku na da no obi antimi anko solve problem
that's it
you know the president obeso ye bibia wontu anamo ni ehun se wotu anamo they aka ni nyina no awo ye ni nyina na say still an omu mood no say omu ye campaign oni mood na oye president oni ana nema na wo mu so ye ni nyina wo twa ai ama ya fanse transport minister yi ani finance minister no mo keka ho na o mu ka no kra ni nche no ana ono so mu sa hwe wo ye ya no aba beka na nani maguase ade bia waka bia every time o tra konya so nyina ya ni guase sa abeka ne eti no debe no pese ye no
no
o ko ni kromo no ko
mami tiewe
kewdi na de se ensem no asa ene ensem a tanishe ye image wo amanone ana yedi hu nkomo on the removal of chief justice na da ho ne refugees say na ye bobobi say Ghana nke wo track record no say ba na ye ka investment no say me kan fa mu say ba obi abehwe peace o minor sumdwe entinka ebia nkanya nkomo we na e wo say nka yedi no enyumre so hwe Ghana ye record as receiving so the faso je wo hwe budumbra ye kan ye wo hwe eje krum wo hwe Kleko voter region ebra Togo de ye Kresan ne eje ene ye kobra wu no ye sompafe na areho hadwen na for me meka se obebusa se hini fra ya bedru ha politics ye divra conflict resolution ase ye ma politics ne do sondodo ase conflict no hwa ye won conflict management ana ye won nka de dikan pa ye prevention but prevention ya na aiding nti eden a ebeba nti eba na nka wa manage then you resolve now nim o resolve ya there some models bi ye frɛ ba ku DDR ne demobilization ana D ba ku ye disarmament ana R ne twato ne reintegration nti ka wo hwɛ ye northern part of Ghana on say na profitable there eden na on say this savannah area ne bia ka beka said not noted for but
these things
koso ha no there is BB in conflict I find containment and tokwa koso wasu yeboa ba wonim say nyankyere ne ase atwa asu yeboa ho tano so wa ha ebu akwa da so wa ha enti normally no e was strategically no wodi wani hwe surrounding ayi no no say tokwa ne de e bekoso wasu enti contain no e wasu yeboa na afi no wahwe strategies ade begu akwan mu enti asoman no ye security at the top na wasi ehu because ekoso boko no obi man ho so a wo call the next ayi okọ a kusasi ni wo kuhia mampusi obehwe no na omo ko form clicks ho so on enti ka wasi etimi hwesa na ma we nyina ye nyina ye nim etu se nansem ho mehwe bi ba group bi omo se groups be free either Burkina Faso abanti yemfo mutuo ema wo mo disarmament akwan be so ne yetumi afa so disarmament ne withdrawal retrieval of guns ye gie free timamufo nsem for all these years me crowd from 94 and I said 90s mo ye hu konkomba and Agomba war e be kire say this part of ye Ghana no etuo akodi timamufo nsem to be say say kwan be so ne yetumi adisarm ye manfo no in terms of control over ammunitions na ke u be say bisa ho the reintegration na meka ho asem no reintegration e kwan be so na yetumi di reintegration adi djuma go be hwe oman ntokwa sia sebi obi kun obi yire obi kun obi ba obi shi obi dan obi say obi ajapade obi rape ebi na prof kan rape ni ade a ekoso attacks ekoso no how na yetumi offer the friend of clinical counseling and I said social counseling yetumi offer manfo no psychologically sa revenge attitude no wo dia ye me musume ye obi no kwan be so na ke yetumi afa so this adwuma no na fe ne krakra nso ye hwa reintegration no yetumi establish body be a friend nadmo fine the akoso no but in the savannah situation no KOD etesanya nadmo entumi an contain to the extent say Ghana for koye to kotna for ewo obi man so and said the no I say attention na e was say a demand him for me said I support the prophet yentumi mfama ye and as of mine say asomje de obeka say bi eni kumase eni manso eni nkran but say honor ya menya sure say other part of the country no said the yenso ye pen no anya o man bag so a wo ba we need djuma bi adi nto be na create insecurity in other part of ɔman no nti KOD yare we read we follow international news portals said the report no and numbers no ensaw set me who 43,000
43,000
o de yanya no prof mo na yesterday yanya no plus or minus and it means a bit me abro
40,000 could go achieve 40,200 and something 250
northern constituencies bear me and some because we share their share vote na e bi mo de parliament and the kind of 43,000 of Ghanaians akoye to kotna I displaced. Yeah, pay game kakra. Yeah, my man for no ehun hia ye. Okay, my mentia me offer bi. Ejawusu.
All right.
Or sokoban we dey nti wa udi sokoban. Na manson kwanta one na chief drivers na ekọ no. Nti ejawusu mechia wo.
All right. Thank you very much.
But I say the tafro of Fasechi.
Prof. How the what we are ra ka kraka ho.
Oh, me de sisi no de afutuo na ese ye de ma ye ho. Nyame anim ni yesi achia na mu ye esna bebo nyina. Aban no edi obosumi nkrum. It is early days yet. In fact, first 9 months no in terms of security there me ubisa me mema aban no let's say I don't know what they have done, but for them they many who pay there security wise they munya be 10% kra no my yard. Wow. On my scale I would have given them 0, but I don't know the efforts put in place. But effort ni bia output na da bonten nya papa mba ye enti na me kasa no na me ka na me nkan fangu mabema na say me fangu aban na ni mase ye de hye omu abasemo den hwe obeye wiase politics nyina ayi wiase makwan nyina awi ni parliamentary seats e wogana nyina na sumdwe ni omanimu na de beche simple things you should have known and prevented. Sabe went me and preventing pa containment. Ne said the air can say two da su kita nkrofo wo among for them. Yes. Bisa won say bin yiri ho na was olano. Omunya etuo no hefa omutimi atimi they are displaced a whole traditional area. Won say wo sola tuna kalba fortunately tuna ne kalba side on there. Eno no edidiba yiho minua jinapo hono yape guso eno ni di ba senti eno ni border side ho samutia say kwa Ivory Coast enti sola tuna kalba sola enti we obse fufu sola sa sola ni wo this side kwa Ivory Coast ena bole bambo enso say bole ni wo ebe da mongo sana bole bambo ni wo say ena bole ni wo towards the border enti bole ni bin yiri for na wo border sola side hono. What I'm saying is that eba ne say na ebi o mantimi answer no na yete ye it started with 5 yes e ko 7 plus 9 ebi no mukura dwane ko 5 voter ne so ema omu akokaguma pathetic like oje hu awon ti ase eye mobo ye ya rehosam 9 months idi senior security ne 0 minim say omo tie wo eyi no there are some people who are on social media insulting people all the time. Meaning say me can amount for started typing insulting. I really don't care. I've gone beyond that. But to those who are around the president and are listening, a foot to a woman say, the security should move the attention from the unnecessary and ajo a demo bubu ninkrofo them need then near deno. Sabi say untimi nye two things at the same time. Choose the one that is most important.
Yeah, the priority.
So untimi nkobu amount for them anajo. Now we say mo aso nko form NC e never be see ano dia. Ene choose ba kuna senior ni o ma choose pa in the first 9 months is nkrofo them bubu at the expense of
national security.
In the proper national security, proper national security no. Minu Jabari who Ashanti region me srew. I had been to your I'm say could accident there be no better what has said. That's what I say no near de no. Yeah, immigrants are me but it's good news sir for a long time no.
But nyane
replication kaka wa hase. Yes, because we go see wa shama near there ni na spill over of near koso ni make an say.
Prof, I dare not say. Most of some for so too much. And this for most so much. Moses so mutia so muba we nche no munya ika oba ye nche sen bo so me nwatwe wo ye ku nipa sa ye se oba ye nche
se no ka ho se security no
na ma wo mu sa chance no kwa so muba ye nche bo so me nwatwe asempa na me ka cho
nipa kumne de offer must score almost zero because in my view no their security intelligence you know at that form in fact Boku for example inherited adi and so mu bad no na controlled enti sabe your security that's where adwuma pa it should have moved from controlled to resolution to then escalate simply put we security break it down enti mesre security no dey offer me say zero but I still insist to say they still are early days in government o many na free some of the important aspects on the actual margin you made yes to say fitting na ekono sabe the degeneration should not continue. Reset no. Enye nkrofo dem abubu reset.
Security
being in control. No mind mo be see hospital esi den akwan aye den dollar beba for mo akoso best performance worst performance aye den na sumdwe ne mo ani mu na nipa 40,000 ye displaced. Na mu 13,000 ye refugees. Sisi ye kania esi ye nimu. Sa minua be ma na wo oti na ya hyehyehye nkura hye ne grandfather aka ho no. Minim how many of the people of that community have also been displaced. Boku ye ka say we no ye refugees or Burkina ne den. I don't know how many of them are displaced. Sa disturbances na ekoso esro form so tuom aha den no. Mestre etu ntwa. Ene obi an forget sa Chief Justice Moyi na wie mo be Charlotte say enjese as you do that Jane Mensa enjese Moyi Jane Mensa no abani nyina should have that as an interest mo forget the main deal na yes security
Bloomberg say is the worst performing currency in the third quarter of the year
ye be bie ni ahwe say the data no support sa assertion na enti mamenchia nano meko that was it Saturday last week Saturday meko yi o manso na me hu madam fo amene ne nyine friend yidi o manso patase na se enwumre Saturday enwumre bi on fa wuni agro enti yidi kewudi so chia ya na echiri shan pant mema me chia yidi o manso patase enti ke na menchia Madam Charlotte tafer na Nakuya or ejoso sectec ti ochra ICT so monitor enyumre nti na Nakuya mechia wa enyumre ke quick Bloomberg ana kasa asem and Bloomberg will be opebia on check your mo me ya sure say bia aban mu ni pa bi mpo beda otesa you know from Bloomberg because this is the same institution around the second quarter hono almost reti ye city ni say the best performing and me sure say ban energy and indeed na statistics no support it at the time na ya gaining around 50% and nei omo ereti ye enye Ghana nko a o hwe country to say Ethiopia omo sika friend of bill no omo reti na lose about 4.1 omoko Argentina na no so lose about 11.5 omoko hwe Botswana na lose about 7.7 omusika omofre no the you know se puda se pula no na nyina nti omureti ana Ghana ebepiem and wo hwe amongst the countries and as currencies omureti ye na Ghana na ne cedi no lose kase intina yen lose 13.4 enye 13 flat cra
13.4
yeah
so what happened to the cedi dollar and that's it for ye kase the comes of kind of similarly some stability our your cedi your dollar ni money and krone ba no how do we marry the two?
Yeah, and this is on say afeni chemu 4 quarters. Into first quarter, second. This is the third quarter report, and indeed, omo in Bloomberg, this is their issue. But normally statistics we abema obe conjecture o de wadwini bebu the possible a year amount this trend no, and it could show say possibly no, we are getting to December. nti as a country your economy no your friend no import dependent and import driven ye kra na yedi toothpaste hwan ye kra nti as ye be ko December na man for stock again even companies anye die edi nko no omo be share December break Christmas break into omo so be stock omo stock ade na omo be hia e dia stock omo hia dollar e dia kokra nti pressure bi e be ba dollar no so and shortage and I'm disagreement okay at the time when na e wasoro no na man for kwa o pesika international trade o pesika kokra wonya bi their friend of forex o pesika na dollar na wonya bi and then for a while even from last week KOD na record say kire say banks na pesika on say wo per bank o pesika dollar o be craft our bank so into one commercial banks na apply to the Bank of Ghana dollar central bank no incommodate kire say just about half request on place here no and a Bank of Ghana etimi supply into shortage and kasa in terms of forex o pesika ko dija na aba obu okra nyeska no opa ko o pesika tua ne na yika ne partner
business partners
eka ni nyina na ashorte enti we na ma pressure aba ye sidi so but me de manusi ama prof mabam no asem ni nyina ne say o American 10 the downward spiral as ye sidi no emremi ho se na ema KOD na mete ba bia Dr. Cheiti ema ye kan na ye hwe se yenim ye nyina over the years no little economics ye read ya yenim a ye hwe no se sidi no eso tete sa no na ase etwetwe aso kakra
a question maximum
enti owura market kra to the extent say me na sabi ono wan ko school na otiti ni mo wure mu no de hwe ne ma ne nanam no owo kwoto a otimi kire wo say wo say na ye expect say the city ne so tene de enka en reflect your market but it ye ansa na rice mo ne ade no kakra no even at a point na nke ensese se enko from chensa but we ya no mo market economics no no a kire wo say city no from na ekọ no omo nyini na omo gidi kura na omo hu ni say nye sustainable
enche
enampa so mo ya komfo a se no mo ye eyifu a suit say yes a ye yama na bem but the hard dream as a man no osanka yetumi movie from this import dependent near come manufacturing aka how dem say ye nuru honne but ye nuru honne no na say ye say be import ya ye was see it stabilize ye city no for quite a long time. Dr. Banfo Mechiao, I value you, Dr. Banfo.
I'm not problem for you. Member statistician for now. Anyway, we
baby can can minister be cancer the finance report be a Mahama Zen Kano.
Police for report and then kind discussion.
But all boss, none make us encounter on fan 20 because me amini akwesi said they say Bruno RCC ono na nya asem ketwa akwesi opon ka na Angel FM ta momukotu aba no be kaya
dia no Council of State
ne dia anu we can report no
mpacho ni anu nka ho
na danche no otimo se akwa no hwe fa what I say sidi ne dia tede bia na meka se yaza and this for de bia o meka se zu na meka se aza ya ne yenim de yeka bibia anu mko ye yo sorry bibia amano mu wo mutu pane anu mutu aya abode no o mako wo sidi ne pane what I say na sidi moja no adro na start itwe tubo hu sade no ba ko so sen ba ko asa para meka o ma wo ne pane ade na ko so nyina ya ka say how comes that obetimi abo aso na 3 months o si ma ya ma sidi na ba form ya ka chem say ya za life they say sika almost wo mu inject here and say $4 billion not just a question financial loss already no mu ma say dollar na gold na ye ton no and ye dey ba be socket they say so akwa ko wie say nye gold na ye ton ye dey na mmom no Bank of Ghana no and inject skadi room.
I say gold no turn na no kofa no de aye.
On kofa no de aye. Enti 4 billion no ya dey
cushioning the gold.
Oh please, artificial cushioning, but then what me aye. Enti na wo mu dwa wo manum na atoforce na ya de ne ade no just say onye hwe. What I say, if you say atoforce was forcing na. But they say atoforce and then we follow plan. Atoasa. Only plan bia because our planner I don't think I tell you any ebusa mo say.
Ene ma babonte say won kama komantum yem.
O ja manya sa.
Anya me na make o mo na aka.
Ma o ja wo mu o de ba no be ka cho aboti. Enti na mo ka so abaje di. O be ka wo mu ni kwa so gidi. Ah, ke odi. I don't know so jo mu di. Ipo na be ka te so wa ye nhihye ama dollar no kura be do December no. We one cedi a obenya $5. We yeah, friend say dollar obenya 5 cedis. To the sense o mo anka say o mu pages o mo de ba. O mo say dollar na ko form 9 cedis e be pa yi and dollar na wo si aba form no. Dollar no na e koso no. Dollar ko ya na wo kan petrol asem infect bibia and petrol ne koso ka tem sem boa. Why are people getting quiet? I don't know about me o no. Petrol ne ba form petrol ne ba and petrol ne koso obi adwom. Dollar ne ba from dollar ne dollar ne cost obi adwum na nyema wanyema na no mu ka te se nyema no ya tete so nya tujimi okofa tujimi ba na nkofo ba tito bia se ya tete nyema so nyema ba na tete so mak me ne mak no ba na samu baby me yare kakra mo to mak ma ya si 15 I did mak 15 am say ade we me ka se na ya 9 cedis as 8 cedis anamba so dey 24 ya 9 cedis and if you ba boso me miansa pe no boso me nkono no wo de 5 cedis abeka ho na de mfie nwotwe a se na yewu yet me tobi what dey make us wo de mfie nwotwe yewu eti na de ye kan nyina no ne se azan mu be ye Ghana for and the dollar no amane ho adadi am ye nyina ye hu se ntro no mu be di cheye wo ma wo ne mpane bi na ade no ko se wa wo ho no kakra and ne to na dwo as we speak now ye nyina ye hu se ene mana omu ka se ne bo no ya tete so ne ade me de bia na me busa se dokro na ne ye ka ho asem na wai yesi aburo ne bo ayefo ene so ma me ne to dokro no 7 cedis ne 10 cedis dokro na na ka 5 cedis yesi ye criminal no emo na wo
get to be 3 cedis no
ka ma but ene 7
anyway
7 ne 10 oh eti no na nsemo mbe ka che no akowi se mo mbe be di che dollar bia no ya tete so dollar ne kosoro petrol ne kosoro aso wo mutimi ye board on when your friend no intellectual dishonesty na anya sa na ka no wotimi wo se obi a wonim pa se wa onim pa sa de na wo kanya no ko
sa brofo sa de ne wodi ahodo bebre
o ba ka cho ene ya ka se wo ne nyame anim wo be ka jam se ya timo so a no obusa akoda na wokoto mo na di ne se ma me na wotima no no odi bia ka ho ana se ya ti bi ade afri so eti yemma Ghana point asese and tro na nkofo ni die no eno na omu gina mu ena omu guso wo mu di cheye eti ma mu nji wo mu ni
mama prof
omu di ntro e dia che
you have the last one
very well yo enti no say ato force ya na one forcing there I still maintain say ato forcing but them say timing no na biti omo na menua bena doctor kasa no Barnabas na oka no na oka akosi se amanfo start kofa niema against December na season na eba no enti ye wo the market at its own equilibrium wo ho and the market high demand market wo ho ye wo ye cycle no ho dada Ghana ye nim when high demand by Easter time more baby and a Christmas time. And think within the period na anka market no enshede here dollar bebre no. Nanka see nya some equilibrium ho. Nanka nei yetimi de demand no aba be ye hanti but Bank of Ghana started if I say towards the Easter. Omu injecte sa intervention na cost sa be no e bring dollar down. Now omo enkese omu jane kakra after so no February March April
we jane kakra
nanka we jane kakra because naturally no demand na nshede ni so if this is the reason we are going to get there any na May June July no na demand no we're not supposed to be up see anka August September no say demand yes was true because a man for here 2 months to get their things in for the December there and come no mu but the intervention if pie ba ye no ebe wie say a high level of impact IMF need the money na beka ho asem was being intervened in the na air cost the dollar to come down see the na cost no and na ye ka say senka dollar no sa intervention no Bank of Ghana commodity shame sa bring and bring the dollar no down and a good time to intervene. In terms of intervention, Bank of Ghana be a
timing no
akoye wrong. Aba abedu time wa intervention na pim akoye largely unsustainable. Major so. No, what are some of the things I bet me a dollar number form? Me first thing I make and say Bank of Ghana be intervention be on time.
On timing who you
see I say over 9 billion of intervention still no if in a peak demand season be bar IMF caution say yentimi enkoso anya intervention ye nyina so ehun say it is draining our reserves ne sa anema no then ye beye me wa sabre mum ne ebehia intervention ni ye pa nya sa demand le koso September October amanfo be dollar demand koso baby a dollar ba ko sikra ya yentimi ngita until let's do our timing well. Number 2 sebe ye nimnia ye ma ye dollar koso sa se tona ye be ye Ghana ha Professor Buedi minu abako okan wo joy news say eni akwese fia enya odia no akohan o ye den boso me beso ye ba bagie dan ka enti Ghana economy no will never be stable if we will continue to depend on amount for ene ye hia dollar wonu ne asechere say ya sheda ma China for na fanipa bebre adwuma wo mu krom because Ghana for na sala mo ba beto ye koswa ye the dollar ye de ko and it is improving their job e mante ni adwuma ye wo Ghana ha say no ye nwene no ho ye fa dollar dia command for adwuma ye wo krom say omukọ adwuma 2 times a day omukọ akọ 24-hour economy akọ 3 times 4 times a day yet ya na dia no 24-hour economy and practically we are giving the job to somebody somewhere there ye hwe na ye ntwa so ne nya niema ne bi wa ha me last one eye baby asika esetna keu moja eset na hefa
nipa body mu
se moja free nipa body mu ko tena elsewhere nipa no yeden obewu Ghana ye sika no enya amano ni sika ni bibi efe ni sika no it must stay in a bank
abochu ho ne
with the dollar
abochu ho ne kwa ko didi
na se ko se moja ma ba nipa body mu ma enya moja
na se bi dua bi nchen na me
just se ko gira dua bi nchen se dua no ko gira nchen a uhia $1 million of blood cry abochi be ye cost 1 to enyama we are bound to die ya nhwa so sade na no a Ghana here the be policy akọ na mamenka Bloomberg for no so was last one from anunsi sebe me I'm against me professional pa meje academic work di but sometimes abrofo no omu ye selective omu kan ne be ma developing countries and say my na wo from no omu hu akire omu say the be ya chaos and say sika mp de be ba man ni mu na asenke your economy ni more but politicians are going behind this MPP omukoso refer to Bloomberg ni then as and when it suits them they don't know that behind the ya near the pressure by so you need pressure and as a public the day you wiska ho you how it sinks our currency
all right
and so e see wo mrebi no and this is the campaign and then make us say me of kwesi change comfortable what I'm saying is that the dia bofo na che be boy man
all right